Here's the thing, if you don't have good credit, you can't buy this, rent that, or open one of these. Why? Because lenders don't believe you'll pay them back even if your friend Chuck puts in a good word for you. That's what credit is. It's a number to represent the trust lenders have in you to pay them back. And if you have bad credit, like this number or lower, it will be very hard to get someone to lend to you or let you have practically anything. It's legit to question how fair the credit card system is, especially for communities of color. But let's talk about how to increase your score no matter who you are or your financial situation. First, let's look at what makes up a credit score. The largest portion, 35%, is made up of payment history. Make your payments on time. It's the fastest way to get your score up. Think about it. If your friend Chuck lent you $500 to help you start your personalized pet portrait business on Etsy, and then a few months later you asked him to spot you for your tickets to a monster truck rally, do you think he'd spot you? Probably not, unless you paid him back for his Etsy loan. But sadly, your business didn't take off like you thought it would. Turns out, kitties and canines don't carry a lot of cash for things. Another 30% of your credit is made up by how much money you owe in loans. A general rule is that you should keep your spending under 30% of your total credit allowance at all times. So if your credit card has a limit of $1,000, then it may not be a good idea to spend $750 of that on that random vintage item that showed up in your feed yesterday. You may ask, can't I just open another credit card? Well, yes, but new accounts make up for 15% of your score. So when you apply for a new credit card or loan, some lenders will issue a hard inquiry on your credit to see if they can trust you. Hard inquiries ding your credit score for a few months, so it's a good idea to open only one new credit account at a time. If it's a credit card, be a little pickier about which ones you open. Look for benefits that suit you, like travel points or cash back. Keep in mind though, too many cards can get you into trouble. It's tempting to charge it when you're short on cash. Moving on, 10% of your score is made up by the length of your credit history. If you're new to borrowing money, your score may be low because of it. But once you open a credit card or take out a loan and start making payments, your score should start to creep up. Then the final 10% is made up by diversity of credit, meaning lenders want to see that you have a variety of loans and debt and not just a ton of credit cards. This could be mortgage loans, student loans, car loans, credit card payments, even unpaid medical bills following the incident at the monster truck rally, etc. Now you know how credit scores are made, but do you know your current credit score? A lot of people think looking it up will ding your credit, which is not true if you do it right. You can check your score for free once a year with annualcreditreport.com, which takes its info from the 3 recognized credit bureaus. There are also budgeting apps that have the bureau's scores integrated so that you can see your score every time you visit the app without dinging your credit. Plus, you can add all of your accounts, credit, loans, bank accounts, investments, in one place to see your total net worth, even if it makes you feel sad. Some apps will even categorize your spending to show you a breakdown of how you spend your money, which is helpful when creating budgets and sticking to them. You'll be notified when you overspend in certain categories, like entertainment. Yes, it's counting every Fast and Furious DVD you ironically purchased last Friday. Your bank account does not care if it was a joke or if you just really have a thing for Vin Diesel. It all counts. So now you know how to find your score. Sick, but how do we make it higher? Well, you could start by getting a higher credit limit. Let us explain. Since you should keep your spending under 30% of your total credit allowance, having a higher credit limit gives you more wiggle room to spend. You can do this by calling your credit card issuer and asking very sweetly if they can do so without hitting you with a hard credit inquiry. Another trick to make your credit score higher is to apply for a secured credit card, which acts more like a debit card, but it helps your credit. This card is backed up by a cash deposit, meaning you pay your credit limit up front and then use the card to pay from that. With this card, you can't spend more than you have and all of your payments are on time. And don't forget to enroll in AutoPay. It's an easy way to never miss a payment, and some credit card companies will even give you a discount for using it. So it's a win-win. When it comes to having a high credit score, a lot of it is about not getting dinged. Things that will hit your score include closing your accounts, signing up for more loans you can't afford, or having too many accounts open at once. Keeping cards open and not putting any expenses on them is better for your credit than closing them altogether. But it's a good idea to not have more than 4 credit cards open at one time, so it's important to treat credit card searches like romantic relationships. Look into the benefits and make sure they're what you'll want for a long time. We know credit scores are tricky, but it's super important for home owning, car renting, and so many other things. We hope these tips will help you and your credit score to stay positive in these trying times.